What is up? What is the deal? How y'all doing, these good people, on this Friday? Hey, check it out. We winning. We're going to the playoffs. We're definitely going to the playoffs. But that's nor here nor there. I'm not going to talk about that. What I'm about to talk about is welcome to the Ish We Talk podcast. You know what it is. It is me. I am Lily. I am the Ish talking, joint smoking, bad MO that you see in front of you. And I want to tell you what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the rock and roll inductees. We're also going to talk about that the update on the lawsuit that we went through with that TikToker, because it's a thing. And we're going to talk about the shutdown being over. And when we get through these, all of these things, if we can, we're going to tell you some of the people that we're never going to listen to when it comes to politics. This is the Ish We Talk, y'all. We take lefts, we go here, we go there, and we give you things to talk about. Join in, and as always, take care of yourself and others.
You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal, all of you ugly motherfuckers? What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what, I'm out.
All right. Yeah. So I was about to say this is where we ask the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're
else?
not giving a pass or nothing like that.
No. There ain't no way.
That's no way.
No way.
Once it just twice. There ain't no way. You was expecting yourself.
So it's like if it's just cheating for her, like, so if it's cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first. I would leave you first.
You such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like, make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself, like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just wanna rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay, I mean, okay, oh, all right, you ain't gotta kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
She pulls them down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, oh. Yeah, this is the moment.
Just said, bro. I'm like, oh. I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours. That shit.
I had to go get my bro,
That's
right?
The moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like, if she cheats, oh hell no. But like, I just had to wait on the moment. Like, no. That's ain't the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d. I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like, no. I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me.
Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like that's just not gonna happen in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings, you know, and I'll beat your motherfucking
ass. Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he looked like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shades. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut." Bernard.
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you gonna hear bitch. What is the deal?
Hi.
All of you regular looking beautiful people. See how I did that?
Right, that was
I don't
awesome.
want to disrespect nobody. But
Right.
but hey, welcome to the Ish We Talk again. I told y'all what we was gonna do. I told y'all what we was gonna talk about. All the pleasantries is out the way. Big shout out to TikTok. We are live on TikTok right now, so go ahead and hit those likes up. Make sure that we become famous and we become rich at the same time, so we can quit our jobs and do this. Also, big shout out to Twitch. All of you degenerates, I haven't heard from you from a while, so I don't know what I need to do to make some of you degenerate people come holler at me.
You gotta get on there. You probably gotta get on there yourself.
I'll probably have to. Yeah, you probably right. Because Lindsay told me to get on TikTok. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna get on TikTok. And then I got on TikTok.
You know, and that has been an awesome experience.
Yeah, it really much has. And then, excuse me, my Snapchat, because I kept on giving my Snapchat some of my TikToks, and I don't know if this is just because they don't like me or somebody like reported me, but all of a sudden I had to change my Snapchat because my original Snapchat got shut down. Because I was just posting TikTok videos on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that, but I digress.
It's a lot of rules on these social media platforms, and it's hard to keep up with them. Like, it's all annoying.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. So I had to start a new Snapchat and try to find followers, but I'll get there eventually. That's okay. Thank God that I don't depend off of social media to make sure that my lights are on, because you can see my light is on. It is what it is. But eventually I want y'all to do that. The more views we get, the more money we can potentially make. And we're going to continue to do this until we make enough money. Well, we can possibly cure cancer. I don't know.
That's always a possibility.
Something. At least make a proper education and make a better medication for diabetes. And that is definitely something that we should work on.
Yes. Because they just keep us alive for the most part. They ain't really trying to cure that shit.
Yeah, let's work on that.
Yeah.
Lindsay, all the way to my mother. Let's make sure that we can get that underway.
Right.
But that's a left that I took because I want y'all to understand the human gene. But let's get back to this.
Yes, absolutely. So, how is your week, or how has your week been?
Listen, I'll just be quite honest. I love my job. I think my job is phenomenal. I think what I do, nobody else could. I think I am one of one, 100%.
Okay.
At the same time, I say this. Oh, this has been a week. This has been a horrendous week, and we've been able to work it out. I've gotten to the point where I am going to start holding people severely accountable for not helping people. I've learned that in this week. I've watched a lot of people like watch instead of trying to intervene, and that's just not the thing that I want to present. I'm not saying that I want to be like one of those individuals where like you got to do what the company says, but no, just again, I'm just a lover of the human gene. You have to do what you feel is right to take care of your fellow brother or your fellow brother. Like I said this weekend, I'm gonna formulate a plan where I can start holding people accountable for things.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Yeah. On top of, just to be quite frank, not even pulling no punches. I really got to get into a format because I told you guys before that I'm learning insurance. Not only am I learning insurance, I want to learn security. And if you don't know what securities is, it's basically I want to get people's financial house in order. I want to make sure because I was one of those people that was taught like every other person that grew up in my demographic that you pay attention to the money now. You don't pay attention to the money in the future because that's not real. I want to develop a system where I can get people understanding that putting little things up matters, not only for you, but for the people that you care about. So this week has really showed me like, oh, I got to get my shit together.
Okay. Well, better now than later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's up. Yeah. Definitely interested in hearing about your journey on getting your shit together.
I'm going to try to get there. Definitely going to try to get there. But what's been going on with you? I didn't introduce you, so let me do that.
Oh.
Let's just talk about the big dog in the room. The lady that pushes the bells and the whistles, the lady that gets the program together, the lady that also builds the format, also the lady that is so creative. She does things off the fly. Sometimes I'm not jealous, but I'm also always envious on how she is able to get her mindset into focusing on things that we need to do. One of the most amazing people you are ever going to meet, if you don't like her, is because you want to be her. And that's the honest to God truth for me. So let's give a round of applause for my cousin, my co-host, and my friend, Lindsay.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for that gracious intro. I definitely appreciate it. And I agree. If you don't like me, you're stupid, right? Because I
completely agree. Don't humble brag. Say it.
But no, like for real, I am likable. Okay, like
not only are you likable,
yeah,
you don't gatekeep.
I don't. I feel like everybody can eat. There's room for everybody at the table to eat. But yeah, if you have a problem with me, that's your problem, not mine. You're stupid. But
you're not wrong.
But yeah. Hey everybody, how's it going? So are you ready to get into these topics?
Let's get into these topics.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, like, my week is okay. Which is going along with the first topic. The shutdown ended this week and I went back to work.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could have started next week, but
You just went right to the money. Getting to the money, Nick.
no, I was like, I woke up in the morning to a text like, yep, so shutdown over. I expect you to report tonight. Like, why we couldn't just start fresh next week? You know. But hey.
All right, so let's wrap this up.
Right.
Shit.
You know what? I'm not gonna complain. It was just funny because I just woke up like, hey. But yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just being funny. Yeah, shutdown is over. Everybody's back to work. And we will be receiving our funds hopefully sooner than later. It was like 43 days. Now, do you feel like they as when I say they, the Democrats, because they needed 8 Democrat votes to end the shutdown, and they ended up getting those 8 votes. So do you feel like they should have continued the fight?
So to be quite honest, I do believe around this time, because even me and my girl had a real conversation about it. Around this time that they chose to do the shutdown, it's just too much things happening. We are on the verge of 2 holidays about to pop off. And I think they're and not to say, because y'all have heard my discussion over government. But at one point, some people do have a moral compass, and it's one of those things where it's like, I do believe that they lifted it because it's still temporary. They could turn around after the holidays and shut this bitch down again. It's still temporary. I believe that they was just like, for the American people, those 8 Democrats was like, okay, let's sign this because it's a temporary agreement. And then once the holidays are over, we go back to being on some, y'all got me fucked up. That's what I truly believe is on. And I'm not mad at that. And again, it's one of those things where, because of the lane I'm in, I truly believe it's needed, because everybody in the world kept on talking about how I'm glad the government shutdown happened because these quote unquote Black uneducated women are living off the government. Why. And it's not that. Like I told y'all last week, it's not that. It's y'all grandmas. It's y'all uncle that's on disability. It's your cousin that nobody talks about that is special needs that really does need this. So yeah, I'm totally good with the government opening up for now, but I do know it's temporary, and I do know once all of this is over and everybody thinks that the world is okay, niggas be back on their bullshit.
Yeah. As much as I wanted to continue getting my money on a regular schedule, I do understand the fight. There were several things they were fighting for, but mainly was healthcare premiums. They were fighting because they're increasing, and they were fighting for them to not increase anymore. And when and there it was them fighting with over the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare. So that trickles down to private insurance, which is what I have, and I spend a lot of money. So I kind of am like, did they do this for nothing? Because it is a temporary fix. They funded it to March. And I mean not March, godly, to January, to the middle of January, and they got to vote again. And what made them going ahead and give them the votes that they needed to pass it, to push it through, was a promise that they will have a conversation about this.
Right.
You know, and it's like we did out because like the American people, especially the government employees, took the ultimate sacrifice. You know, because who wants to be employed and not get paid? You know what I mean? Because folks, if they checks are short $5, they're going to HR to figure out what the hell is wrong. Or they're going to payroll to figure out what the hell is wrong. So just imagine if you know that you're not getting paid, but to keep your job and to not have any disciplinary action, you got to still go to work. You know? So we kind of like paid the ultimate price for a promise to have a conversation about healthcare. So I don't have any faith, that this will be resolved in January. I honestly don't. I think it's going to be another shutdown, to be honest. But in the same breath, it's like, I need my money. Like, I need my money. And a lot of people need their money. So
Right.
it was a hard decision to make, but I do get the decision that was made. Because at the end of the day, this is embarrassing. Like on a global standpoint, this is mad embarrassing. There are countries that function very well with free healthcare.
Exactly.
And we are literally shutting the government down because they cannot agree on the budget that includes healthcare.
A motherfucker just can't run in the emergency room or urgent care room and be like, my baby got a fever. They'll literally be like, hold up. This gonna cost this. Like this is literally what I like, because I want to break it down because we get that government like rigmarole, and then we get all of these people that don't go through this, that are always throwing their opinions out, but we are never asking the person that actually has to deal with this, how this is affecting them.
Yeah.
Because I keep telling y'all, it's just, and it's one of those things about me. I'm not saying that like I'm a paycheck away from being fucked up, but like even with the government shutdown, after a while, that would have started affecting me and my household, as far and not even my household in general, just my family basis, which I would have had to start helping out more, and then that will fuck up my family household.
Yeah, right.
Like,
right.
I don't think people really understand that. Y'all always talk about Joe Smo, but y'all don't really give a fuck about Joe Smo for real. Joe Smo is the nigga that don't bother nobody, or the lady that don't bother nobody. They just do their job. They do it to the best of their ability. They learn new skills. They try to level up. They try to get a little bit more money, and they still remain under the poverty line because of inflation.
Yeah.
And these are the people that is grossly affecting. And not only them, like I said in the beginning of this, this is grandma that you're grossly affecting. This is your uncle that he's nonverbal. He's never talked to you. He stays in this room, and he keeps his room in a certain order. And then when you come in there and move a chair, he spazzes the fuck out. These are the people that are really being the fuck affected by this. Like, just being totally 100.
Yeah.
It's not the bitch you think is always buying lobster boils.
Yo.
She's not getting affected by this at all.
at
Not as
all.
much as you think.
Right, because that chick that you're talking about is a hustler, so
Exactly.
she gonna figure it out.
She's
It's
gonna figure it the fuck out. It's
yeah,
the people that don't have the ability to figure it out that
right,
it's affecting.
right, absolutely.
And that's the thing. And it's like, kudos to you, kudos to everybody who was essential in this that had to continue to go to work or go on furlough and then expect money on the back end. Because
Right.
that's what that's another thing that people don't even put in the aspect of. Y'all talking about I hate that. I hate the narrative that people put on there because they keep on saying it's single black mothers that are really complaining about this. It's not even that. It is people that are really going off of the government takes care of me. That's a whole fucking regime of people.
Yeah.
That people are not paying attention to. Y'all so mad about a bitch buying a shrimp boil because she got $300 in food stamps. Y'all not even worried about the other folks. You're not worried about the person that and at the airport, they gotta pat a motherfucker down and know that I can't even order DoorDash.
Man. Okay.
But I still gotta come to this motherfucker
Right.
and pat a motherfucker down for your plane not to blow the fuck up, my nigga.
Okay.
And I gotta do this job to the best of my ability. Cause you think in these 40 fucking 3 days, they wasn't doing evaluations and like at this shit bothers me so much because I'm like, you don't think these motherfuckers were sitting down, the big wigs that are getting paid regardless, was like, oh, okay, well, he's not dedicated. She's not dedicated. Let's move them out. Because they still had to come to work because they have to rely on this back pay.
Right.
These
niggas
are going into debt, relying on this back pay.
Exactly.
And so, a bunch of them are coming in like, I don't give a fuck. You know why they were doing that? Because y'all don't give a fuck.
Exactly. It's sad. It's sad. So let's see. Tasha watching. Hey Tasha, she said it's never resolved. They play on our tops every year. They don't suffer, we do. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Var and Kim are watching as well. Hey guys. But yeah, like it's mad annoying. It's like super mad annoying because like for example, I have a coworker that she was furloughed and her husband works TSA.
God damn.
Yeah. And yeah, like, and they got multiple kids. You know what I'm saying? Like this was a trying time. And a lot of people don't really think about that because there's a lot of people that, you know, there's a lot of us that looked at, you know, government jobs, state jobs, city jobs as secure jobs. Like you get in there, you're good. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, you know, have generations coming up. A lot of people have you know, both husband and wife coming up in these types of jobs. But when stuff like this happen, you know, where both incomes are completely paused for however long, and these ain't super top dollar jobs to where you got like $1,000,001 dollars saved up. These aren't these type of jobs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people are going to have to figure things out and rely on assistance and stuff like that, and just hope and pray that it don't last long. But this was the longest ever. 43 days.
I think Trump is really trying to well, I can't even say Trump. Let me not say that. I think because I don't believe that Trump actually does anything. And that's our president. So when I say that, I don't want to say like he doesn't have any control of anything. But I don't, in my opinion, I don't really believe that he does anything. He relies on the people that are delegating him. I do believe that the people that delegated him wanted to set a certain standard. Because if we think about it, let's just do this. Who are some of Trump's most dopest allies? He denies that they're allies.
That deny that they're allies.
He'd be like, nah, they just cool. You know, I fuck with them from a distance.
Shit, Argentina now.
Argentina, Russia,
Russia,
North Korea.
North Korea.
He learns how to move like a dictator.
I know, like the writings are on the wall for this shit, right?
That's the whole thing in a nutshell. Like he learns how to move like a dictator, so he's going to move like a dictator moves because of the people that he has behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is not me downplaying my president. I've said this plenty of times on this podcast before. When people have faulted me for it, I've said, no, this is the president that we have, and this is the president that we have to follow. Just because, for me, how I grew up, you got to follow Caesar's rule. At the same time, you should be able to talk about Caesar's rule. And this Caesar's rule, he is following dictatorship.
Yeah, pretty much.
So even in this, it's showing you, even in this whole, the government is open, it's temporary, because he still wants to do what his backing says he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's temporary for a moment. Watch how quick we go back to a shutdown.
Right.
And if we don't go back to a shutdown, for me, in my opinion, watch how quickly we go to war. Because that's going to guarantee him that he will never be impeached. And until that war is over, he'll always have a seat. That is one of the things in the big, beautiful bill.
Yeah.
Nobody was paying attention to.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely a trick. I don't know, man. I'm not optimistic on us not having another shutdown in January. So yeah. And then they shut us down during mini peak. So now we about to be like freaking worked to the bone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To try to, keep that.
Y'all gotta take up for the time.
Yeah. We gotta keep our deadlines, because the deadline is gonna be the deadline regardless of a shutdown. Fuck a shutdown, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they will make people come in and work, without being paid. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. But yes, we are back open. Things are supposed to get back to normal in the next couple of days. We're supposed to get our back pay in the next couple of days. I also have seen, which this is kind of foul. It's cool and it's foul at the same time. They're talking about giving TSA workers a $10,000 bonus. They started giving them out in Houston, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But then they're talking about like only the ones that didn't call off and worked, extra hours and stuff like that. And it's just like, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Because if you worked for the most part, but you called off because you literally don't have any money to get to work, like, that's not fair. I don't feel that that's fair. I feel like they should get something.
You're 100% right.
So,
but that's the thing. What people don't realize is, as much as y'all wanted this, y'all don't want this. First time Trump became president, everybody was like, on a business aspect, we should do this because America is a business.
Mm-hmm.
Now that y'all are eating this fucking food right now of America is a business, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna, how can I word this so everybody can understand this? All right. For my people that make under $40,000 a year, every time you go above and beyond for your job, what do? They either give you a pizza party or they give you a quick little $100, $200 bonus. That's the fuck what they're doing.
Yeah, or they acknowledge you in an email.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. They're making you the show pony for the business.
Mm-hmm.
Look what Gerard did. Look what Shonda did. Look what Melissa did.
Right.
All this controversy, look what they did. And so we're rewarding them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the reason why Brad kept on taking off is because I don't have enough money to afford an Uber and I don't have a car.
Right. Or why Janice took off was because I can't afford childcare because I'm not getting paid. And then people want their money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's not fair. That's not fair.
Exactly. You want it. Y'all keep on saying America is the land of the free.
Mm-hmm.
But we're always put into the doctrine of you got to do something for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You literally have to keep doing something to get nothing.
Yeah.
And then we reward you at the end of it.
Yeah.
That's not how life works.
No. Not at all.
I'm like, let's just keep it 100. That's not how life works. If you went outside and you said, fuck it, I'm going to say, I don't need no job no more. I'm going to plant crops and I'm going to figure it the fuck out. You know what you're going to do? You're going to end up with a yield that not only takes care of you, but takes care of the people around you. And then that's going to help you take care of your bills.
Mm-hmm.
It's get into small farming and see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother beast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother, but get into a field where I'm going to continuously go to work every day because I want a recognition or I want somebody to say something, and watch how quick you have a fucking pizza party, my nigga. Instead of them saying, I know you went through a struggle, so I'm going to go ahead and this month I'm going to take care of your bills. Like, nobody says that.
Yeah. So Trick Turner is watching. Hey, he says, grow weed.
If you grow weed, you're going to prison. I don't give a fuck how legal they say that shit is. If you and this is me being a totally 100. If you're not aligning yourself with the government when it comes to weed, truth be told, I don't think people really talk about that. If you are not aligning yourself because there's different things you have to do, you're going to jail.
Yeah, and they're not too keen on people of color owning grow houses or dispensaries. So yeah,
I said that like a couple years ago, but I'll say it now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we're in that moment with Trick. Just to be quite fair, if you're not aligned with certain dispensaries, or think these dispensaries are the ones that govern, and they govern all through the country. It's not, if you think that green light is just here, you're out of your rabbit ass mind. They're everywhere. And so if you're not aligning with these individuals so they can afford to play this illegal game,
mm-hmm.
then you don't want to grow your weed yourself. So and even saying that is because I did the research. So say, for instance, they can only grow a certain amount of weed a year. They grow way more than that, but they can't attest to that money. Mm-hmm. So what they do, instead they'll burn it. That's why in certain dispensaries, you be like, oh shit, it smell like gas over here. Because certain dispensaries have to burn this weed. You know what a lot of people are doing, especially those executives. I'm not saying the janitor, but a lot of those executives are pushing that weed in the streets.
Oh yeah, because who wants to burn this shit? If it's still smoke and you still can get high off of it, yes, absolutely, they're selling it in the street.
Pushing that, they're pushing that shit. All of you niggas that think that y'all selling weed and y'all cool and ain't nothing gonna happen because all of that shit has a tag. I'm just telling y'all right now, and I learned that from even being a part of the system and not being a part of the system where I can change it, but being a part of the system where I was just like, I got this plug from here that knows this plug from here that gets it from here there. Oh no, it's a problem. It's a motherfucking problem.
Yeah. Trick Turner says, lock me up. Throw away the key.
Yeah, you say that now, and to a motherfucker be like, boy, them titties looking right.
Are you gonna eat your cornbread?
Yeah. Like, let's just keep it 100. Like, you going to the feds, my nigga.
Oh, geez.
And so when you go to the Fed, let me tell you something. I mentioned this shit a couple of weeks ago, and a couple of niggas that was on the podcast confirmed that. You have to understand, it's certain places. When you go to the feds, you don't want to be around. One of those places is DC, or those DC niggas coming to your federal penitentiary. Some of these niggas been wild heads since they was 12, so they ain't never had a chance to taste real pussy. You know what they'll do? Because they ain't had a chance to taste real pussy. They'll keep going after nigga ass.
I was about to say they taste bussy.
Or Mexican ass. They'll go after that. So you think it's cool, throw away the key. Not and you'll do that until a nigga be like, damn boy, here go some snacks, man, because I think you a good dude. Why. And you like, yeah, he cool. And everybody telling you, stop. Leave that nigga alone. And you're like, man, he cool. Don't fuck what you talking about. And then this nigga start folding your clothes. Like, yeah, this nigga folding my clothes. He cool. Stop. Leave that nigga alone. And then that nigga start making sure you got an extra tray. Stop. You go with that. And then it's going to be one time y'all with each other. And then you've been chilling because you think the feds is sweet. So you ain't been doing anything. This nigga work out every day. He don't look big, but he's strong enough to beat up two niggas. Listen, this is a real thing, and I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth. If one nigga can pin you down, then three niggas gonna pin you down. Think about that before your little soft gamer ass decides to sell weed. Because you're gonna make it, you're gonna be whatever. You're gonna make a couple of dollars. You might end up rich. But if you ain't got a good lawyer, trust me, it ain't gonna be what you think it is. And you can't explain that shit when you come back home. They gonna wonder why you got PTSD, and you don't got PTSD. What you got is dick in your mouth syndrome.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm just keeping 100 with every nigga in this room. Yeah, you can't tell nobody that nigga made you suck his dick or he's gonna stab you. Because your soft ass ain't never had a fight in real life. So you don't know how it is to fight this nigga off. So what would you do if three niggas came in there?
Yeah. That's a lot. So Trick Turner says, I don't know how you grew up, but my brother and cousins taught me how to fight. And I'm a man first. So none of that punk shit gonna fly this way.
Them niggas about to fuck the dog shit out of you, Trick.
Lord have mercy.
And and that's not me being disrespectful.
Oh, jeez.
In real time, like I said, if you can't fight one nigga off of you, you're not gonna be able to fight 3 niggas.
Well, I would hope it wouldn't come to that.
Taught me how to fight. You know how many niggas say that shit in jail and still turn into the bitch?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just one of those. I just want to keep it real because I don't think I'm a bitch by far.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not downplaying nobody. I don't think I'm a bitch by far.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I know one nigga can't do shit with me. Y'all are not gonna put one nigga in there. You gonna be in a cell, especially if you one of those. You got to understand that I grew up in a certain demographic. You gonna be in a cell, sleep on your motherfucking stomach if you want to, and then have 3 niggas wake you up, and see how differently that statement you made is gonna change you.
Well, we're not gonna speak that on nobody. We're gonna move on because this is supposed to be about the shutdown, not about lockdown.
Yeah, you right. You right. We take less. I told you I take less. Y'all knew this from the flip. I just be wanting to tell people the real. Like you gonna have to fight your way out. This is gonna be a win, lose, or draw situation. You might gonna have to stab in it.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Is that your next door neighbors?
Yes, it is. Boy.
Yeah, they be popping. Cause they sure was out there when I was going through my situation. They
was outside.
They was outside.
I know they probably are thinking some things about me.
Yeah, and I do apologize.
No, it has nothing to do with you. Yeah, but anywho, my apologies for my neighbors. Yeah, they're supposed to be vacating soon. Anyway,
yeah, I knew that from the flip.
Yeah. So yeah, yes, shutdown's over temporarily. We'll see what happens next year. You know, hopefully they can figure things out between now and next year. But yeah, that's that. So moving on.
Besides the prison stories,
right? Like we're gonna move on.
I've never been to prison.
I don't, I don't think Trick is a bitch. I don't think
Trick's a bitch at all.
Yeah, like
but I know what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna speak that one.
Yeah, I don't think you a bitch at all. Like when I say that, I'm just really saying this. Like a lot of people say that I know how to fight. I know how to fight. There's a lot of niggas that know how to fight.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. But
you got 3 niggas that know how to fight, and then they dick hard right then and there, and it's a bad situation for you, my nigga. I'd never want to go through that. I would never be like, take me to jail, throw away the K. Nah, I'm never gonna do that. Like, hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't take me to jail. I'm not gonna snitch at all. I grew up in a generation where that's not me. But at the same time, don't throw me in jail, because if you throw me in jail, I have to become a monster because there's monsters in here.
Okay, I get your mentality. I just would not want to run the risk of getting additional charges. You know what I'm saying?
At this point, and this is me talking now because I've never experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
This is me talking now as a man. I don't want to be in a situation where somebody tries me, and I have to prove that I'm not a bitch ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's gonna trump me trying to get out.
Right.
Because
I get what you're
trying to get out. You're trying to go to people that know who you are, but these people don't know shit about you. So you have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's the only reason why I'm saying this.
Right. I definitely get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from, but excuse me. That is just something that will always run in the back of my mind. Like, I don't want additional charges, still want to get out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So you would definitely have to do your dirt on the complete and utter down low.
Yeah, you
But
can't do that shit in jail for real. Sometimes you gotta fucking. I'm sorry. Let's move fast. All right.
yeah. So moving on to something lighter. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame had their ceremony, and they have the inductees. The inductees include in the performer category Bad Company, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker, Cyndi Lauper, Outkast, Soundgarden, and the White Stripes. Musical Influence Award goes to Salt and Pepper and Warren Zevon. Musical Excellence Award goes to Tom Bell, Nikki Thompson, and Carol Kay. And the Ahmet Ektegun Award goes to Lenny Waronker. So, yes. Shout out to those people. Of course, I don't know the majority of them.
You said the name beautifully well.
Okay, thank you. Like I definitely know the White Stripes. I love the White Stripes. Yeah, that doom 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 doom.
White Stripes and Soundgarden.
Doom 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 doom. Right more.
Chubby Checker.
Yeah, Chubby Checker. Chubby Checker. Which is wild. He should have been in there.
That's what I'm like. For Chubby Checker to just now get introduced to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's wild. He's like one of the forefathers of rock and roll.
To let y'all know, and this is just me talking. You can take your opinion how you want to. Again, I always say on this podcast all the time, argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. That's a disgrace.
Yeah.
That's a complete disgrace. Even though you can quote unquote say Chubby Checker is a one-hit wonder, that one hit moved the goddamn nation. So I at this point, I just think they pulling their straws. Now, what I will respect is Soundgarden and Outkast. Because Soundgarden and Outkast are two, because I know y'all don't want to say Outkast is a band, but two phenomenal bands. Period. Even the White Stripes, phenomenal band. So you got three phenomenal bands that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because even though it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is all inclusive.
Yeah.
It is for everybody that makes music. Don't get it fucking twisted.
Yeah.
People just put it in a category, but it's for all. It's just the name of it entitles it to think it has a certain level of inclusivity that it doesn't. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is inclusive to everybody that makes music that makes an impact.
Yeah, I agree.
And I respect White Stripes, Soundgarden, and Outkast for being in there. I just do not understand how this man hasn't been introduced into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after all of these goddamn years.
So, what I just learned is that the public votes. So maybe that got something to do with it. That maybe they kept nominating him and he wasn't getting the votes. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, in 2025, that's when it's his time, I guess. But when I saw the White Stripes, I was like, I thought it was a bit too early for the White Stripes, personally speaking. But
I ain't gonna say it's too early, because so this is why I don't understand why he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the White Stripes has been around, and the White Stripes they got 20 years of performance. They got 20 years of music. You got and I'm just talking about when I learned about the White Stripes. I don't know how long they've been doing it, just to keep it 100.
I mean, they've probably been doing it longer than when we knew, but I didn't know about them until Seven Nation Army. And that had to be like 06, 07. So it's about 20 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
can
thinking
get that.
like,
I just don't understand how, like, for the people to just be like, man, fuck Chubby Checker. Like that's crazy as fuck.
I mean, it's obviously somebody that is not familiar. Yeah.
I just don't understand
and
that.
whose fault is that? You know, like we can point fingers all day on whose fault that is. But yeah, like I'm thinking like when you get to Hall of Fame status, I'm thinking like your debut single should have come out at least 30 years ago. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why when I saw the White Stripes, I was like, okay. You know, like I ain't mad, but I'm just like, I thought it was a tad bit too early.
For me, it makes sense. I think if you have continued to tour on your music, not even creating more music, because for me, that's the thing. Music is supposed to be timeless.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't make any more music, the fact that you are able to continue to tour on this music, that makes you able to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And that's in my opinion, that's what I think. Because I think it's supposed to still be able to move generations.
Mm-hmm.
Like Soundgarden, White Stripes. You can put this shit in any scenario as far as just actually just creating music, commercials, having certain segments and fucking TV series or movies. This shit is iconic.
Yeah.
So when you get into that level, then of course you're supposed to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay. Yeah.
When you get into somebody like Chubby Checker, excuse me, that transcends that. Because not only did he do everything that I just said, he also is still relevant right now in 2025. His name is on the fucking list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people can be like, nobody checked for that. That nigga name's still on the fucking list. His name was on the list every fucking year. And y'all still said, man, fuck this nigga. This nigga been living in purgatory for the longest. Like, y'all ain't like,
not
so y'all let me be here so I can continue to hustle. Because I'm in purgatory. I'm just doing whatever. So now I'm just being the muse for everybody else. But I still can't be where I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a disdain for me. And I'm going to just piggyback off what you said, because if we're going to go off after 30 years, he should have been there. This ain't been 30 years. This has been, Chubby Checker came out in what, 1950?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
75 goddamn years.
It's so wild. The 50s were 75 years ago.
75 goddamn years.
Mm-hmm.
And this man just now got inducted. So, and your point, he's had 45 years of being like, y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all don't like me.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
go back to the back of the line.
I birthed a lot of your faves.
They still use my up-tempo beat.
Like, seriously.
And y'all still don't fuck with me?
Right.
Take your bitch ass in the back of the line. All right. I ain't saying
right.
That.
You know.
I'm not saying I'm great. I'm just saying I might be one of the greatest people that you ever seen, but I'm gonna step back. Like, that's disrespectful.
Right. Now you know why Little Richard was always having an attitude and yelling. Yeah. Like, it was justified. But yeah, so you know, congrats to everybody. The only people we really care about, like Outkast, Salt and Pepper, and I low key care about Cyndi Lauper and the White Stripes. But the other people, shout out to them. I don't know who they are, but
Soundgarden is dope.
I've heard of Soundgarden, but I've never listened to their music. But I used to play Seven Nation Army on repeat. Okay.
Like,
that bass line is like one of the best bass lines ever created.
Get you just a cleanse of Soundgarden. Like it's for me, for Soundgarden has their ups and downs. I'm never gonna be that kind, but all artists have their up and downs.
That's true.
But it is certain songs, it is certain things that they do. Because especially around that time where they just thought rock and roll was chaos. That shit wasn't chaos. You know what I'm saying? I really do respect Soundgarden.
Okay. Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper, come on, man.
Like, right.
We're not gonna deny Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Now that's one that should have been there as well, because like Girls Just Want to Have Fun is iconic.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
She should have been there. Not only with that, but Time After Time. Time After Time.
Oh yeah.
Not only been sampled 1,000,000 times.
Right. I forgot.
But it's always still a staple.
Yes. I think like which one was better? I mean, not better, but which one had the most like the most impact,
influence? Impact, influence. Time After Time, because Time After Time made everybody realize they're human. And the thing that we got taught when we was kids, it was universal. Nothing changes under the sun.
Yeah. Right. So Society Breakdown is watching. Hey, he says, Little Richard also was tripping because the Beatles were ass in real life. That's why there's not a lot of footage of them singing live. Their first album featured 6 black songs. Yeah,
I'll give you that. I will give you that. But I will also give you, because I love to play devil's advocate, I will also give you, once the Beatles found what black soul was, their live performances was completely different.
Yeah, but key, once they found what black soul was. So it all leads back to us. But anyway,
exactly.
Society Breakdown says, so you get into the Hoff for one dope album, or the Hall of Fame, the Hoff.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
The Hall of Fame for one dope album. Does that mean Lauryn Hill should be in? Who else should be in based off of one album? We absolutely know that Lauryn Hill is going to be in if she's not in already.
I was about to say, we definitely already said that though.
Yeah, she's definitely going in because I mean, for whatever reason is the reason why people have one album. But if it is like earth shattering, why wouldn't you be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
The whole thing is like we've been saying, the whole thing is about influence. That one album or that one single influence other people to take that and make phenomenal albums off of it, or make phenomenal multiple albums off of it. Why are you not talking about where they got it from?
Yeah. And
that's the whole thing in a nutshell. That's the problem with a lot of us on any race level, or we are not understanding, is the wheel was only created once. When that man created the wheel, do you think he kept on saying, oh, I'm going to do this with the wheel and I'm going to put this? No, he only did it once. And then everybody else started creating more things to the wheel. he still has to get he still has to get championed in
right.
on creating a goddamn wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, like, if you put that argument on reverse, there's folks that put out albums every year. They could be straight ass though. So because the fact that they keep on putting out work and putting out work and putting out work, should they be automatically inducted into the Hall of Fame? You know, so that argument can work both ways. Society Breakdown also says, and what you know about Seven Nation Army, that was my shit. Man, that was everybody's shit. Like,
Nigga.
we fucking love baseline.
I'm sorry, because I don't know if you are black or not, so I don't mean to call
Yeah, you know who you actually know who this is.
Okay.
But
because I don't want nobody to be like, my pronouns or this. Like, hold on, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, everybody knew about that.
Yeah.
And that was a banger. I will not say it's a bop, but that was a banger. Like, if you were going through shit, I can only just talk about me. If you were going through shit, that right there, that was getting you through. Like, all right, for me, for my school time years, I'm like, yeah, I'm going. Oh shit! Drop my light.
God damn it! I didn't drop my light.
God damn it! I didn't drop my goddamn light. Talking about this goddamn shit.
Right. Yeah. Now, it's that baseline for me. Like, that baseline was fucking everything. Like, that baseline alone, they should have got inducted. Like, I'm gonna just break it down even further. One dope album, hell, one dope song, one dope baseline. Yes, in the Hall of Fame you go. Society Breakdown also says, should you be allowed in if you have one dope as fuck album, but everything else is ass? It depends on how influential that dope ass album is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you took the words out of my mouth, Lindsay. It's one of those things where I always tell people you got to think about certain things. Like, or you gonna say DMX is not gonna be one of the dopest MCs ever because Grand Champ didn't sell like everything else did?
Yeah.
So you got to know what I'm saying. It's like, nah, like those times where you was and I get it at a certain level with what people were saying, but at one time you got to realize, like, some of these people were pumping music. I ain't saying now, but some back then when we were growing up, some of these people were pumping out this music because it was strictly about the struggle that it was going through before they even got the bag.
Yeah. Yeah. He also says DMX has 2.5 dope as fuck albums though. Who is an example of having one dope as fuck album and it just going downhill from there? Who would you consider that to be?
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill only has one album.
She only has one album. So if we're gonna go off,
so we can't put her in that conversation.
Okay.
Because I'm talking about multiple albums.
So
and
we gotta go
talking about collaborative albums because we're not gonna count Fugees as far as Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill has one album.
Okay. So we're gonna go off of somebody that had a phenomenal fucking album off the flip, and then had a trashy or a trash album like that sophomore Jinx.
Or just went downhill. Because, like, I mean, not only do you have the sophomore Jinx, but then you just, like, you can't get back. Like, you may have, like, a song or two on each album after that. Society Breakdown says, no, Lauryn Hill got 2 albums. Are you counting the Unplugged as an album?
Yeah, are you counting that?
I don't. I don't count that as an actual album. But some people do. So
I guess
or 1.5.
I get that. I get why certain people do because they do the Unplugged Jay-Z album as an album.
As an album too. Right.
That's
And
not.
the album that he did with Linkin Park as an album.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah. Speaking of Linkin Park, I would love to see Linkin Park be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They should have been a long time ago.
They should.
But I digress.
Right. True. But yeah. Who, I mean, like, what artist is that you feel kind of went downhill after having an amazing album? It ain't even got to be the first album. Like, just have a earth-shattering album,
And then the rest of the albums are trash.
Yeah, just can't compare.
Or not even trash, but they can't compare.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. They're already in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I'm not going to talk about Green Day. But what I will say is Paramore.
Mm-hmm.
Paramore has at least 2 phenomenal albums. And you said one, but I think they have 2. Okay. But I'll just go off of one. They had a phenomenal. They sit like with a dope ass album for years, and nobody paid attention to them until a movie came out, and then all of a sudden they became the spotlight, and then everybody realized they had other shit out there, and they were fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, think about it. None of you niggas, y'all can say that shit. It's some of y'all pockets, so I'll give some of you pockets. But some of y'all, especially when it comes to us and the demographic of us as black people, none of y'all never heard about Paramore until Twilight came out. And then How Did We Get Here came out. And then y'all realized how dope Paramore was.
Mm.
Not all, because I'm saying it's some of us, because I was listening to Paramore for a long time. That y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know that they were that good, but it was one of those things that transcended not only just the community they was in, but it transcended to everything. It was in everybody's thing because of a movie that got so big, and their forefront in this movie was their single. And then y'all start listening to the fuck out of Paramore. Y'all can say what y'all want. Again, I always say, argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. We can talk about record sales. Talk about how Paramore blew up after Twilight.
I mean, you make a compelling argument.
Like, yeah, nobody was checking for Paramore until that. And then once that shit happened, that shit skyrocketed. But it had to go after that Twilight era. I'll give you another one. Had nothing to do with a movie. My Chemical Romance. It's probably one of the best grunge bands you were ever going to hear in your life. Because they make songs that are relatable. It's not just white angst. It's shit that is happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I looked it up, and an artist or band must have released their first commercial recording at least 25 years prior to the induction year. So your first commercial recording has to be at least 25 years old. So, the White Stripes, when we were talking about them, yeah, they had to have been out at least by 2000. So we just didn't know. Well, I will speak for myself. I just didn't know. I didn't know.
For both of us, because we both didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but nonetheless.
But I fuck with the White Stripes. I tell you, it's one of those things where even talking about the White Stripes, I knew so many songs that the White Stripes had.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I ever went to Vegas was probably like 2007, 2008. At that time they had a deal with Apple, and so they shit was streaming on Apple.
Okay.
And so in Vegas, that shit was streaming through the, and like if anybody went to Vegas, you know how that shit go. It streams through because they have all these like big ass TVs and all that. Everywhere you walk, every fucking hotel, all that got TVs and all that they stream shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm singing every word for word, every time it comes through. Shout out to my cousin Arthur. Arthur was like, bro, we need to take you to like Jeopardy or something. You'd be knowing the rock songs. Like,
Right. Foods that start with the letter Q.
yeah, like I was going through he was like, how do you, he was like, bro, we gotta get, like, if we go through a hood Jeopardy, like we have to get, we have to tell them to put like hip hop, or excuse me, not a hip hop but a rock thing on that. He was like, nigga, cause you gonna save our life.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Arthur was cool on that. First time I went to Vegas, I went with our cousin Arthur. And he was like, no, you know every song that's playing through here. I don't know none of these songs. Like, I'm singing this shit.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. So, you know, Outkast got inducted, which totally deserved.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Salt and Pepper, totally deserved. Them along with Cyndi Lauper, they should have been in here. You know.
You know, I have my reserves about Salt and Pepper.
So what are your reserves?
So the only reserve, because Salt and Pepper deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be Salt and Pepper and Harvey.
Agreed. He was there. He was on stage with them when they did their acceptance speeches, but I 1000% agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he will be in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. But I don't know. But yeah, no, I 1000% agree with that. I do like the fact that they were able to put their differences aside with Spinderella, and she was there as well. So
yeah, because they was on some fuck shit with Spinderella.
They legit was on some fuck shit. Like, did you ever see that movie that they did with Lifetime?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was straight ass. And it was ass because they really wrote Spinderella out that motherfucker. Like, how? Like, this is a farce without mentioning Spinderella.
Yeah, they was on the fuck, and I think they realized that, and I think that's the reason why they were able to come together and get. Because truth be told, again, argue with your mama, don't argue with me. But truth be told, Spinderella was one of the reasons why that trio was so dope. Because the first DJ that they had didn't stay.
Yeah,
she was out of there. Spinderella was there. Spinderella was there for all of their ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to not include her,
right?
Disrespectful.
Like, no mention whatsoever. Like, she didn't exist. Like, it was just like, this is it. I mean, it's missing something, you know? Like, and then she was like, we know her by name. It's not like y'all just have a tour DJ. Like, no, she's a part of it. That's like if they were to do a Run DMC movie and they don't mention Jam Master Jay.
Exactly.
Like, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? So it was just like the movie was some bullshit, you know. And the fact
even that, I'll even jump it off of this. She's continually, y'all, both of y'all, Salt and Pepper, went outside of it, and she continued to make music.
Mm-hmm.
She continued to do that. She continued to be the like, just keep it a beam. Spinderella was one of the dopest DJs for years.
Yeah.
After Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, and
So
speaking
for you to
of,
exclude her,
right, and speaking of, she's the first female DJ to be inducted.
like, yeah, for you to even exclude her, y'all was on some jealousy shit, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
Everybody has this main character syndrome in Salt and Pepper.
they really do.
Y'all think that y'all deserve more accolades than the other person, and that's just not one person.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole in general, except Spinderella.
Yeah, yeah,
Salt and Pepper have this whole main character syndrome where they think that they did more than the other person did, instead of really being that kind, like, nah, we did this together and we created this.
right, right. Did you ever watch their reality show?
Yes.
Yeah, like,
And that's why, and so that's why I have that. They have that first person syndrome. They
right.
have that character. All of both of these motherfuckers believe that they're the reason why,
Yeah,
and it's not.
and
It's not
one.
you're the reason why. It was something that was created that y'all were a part of, and be glad that y'all were a part of it.
Mhm.
Don't act like you was the one that was pulling it, because all of y'all was trying to do something else. That's why I say it's disrespectful, because you got to put Harvey in there, because Harvey was the one saying, nah, say it like this, write it or not write it, because he was writing everything. Say it like this, put it together like this, do this, put this together. That's the thing that I'm looking at, like, nah, you gotta it's a full circle. The reason why y'all still cool and y'all comfortable and y'all have generational wealth is because it was a whole fucking conglomerate making sure that y'all was good.
Right. Right. 100%. 100%. And Society Breakdown says, yeah, wifey had to pull my tail on Spin. I didn't know she had to sue them garden tools.
Wow. 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 Just keep it 100, Society. Like, yeah, she did have to sue them hoes.
Yeah, she had to sue them hoes, right?
Because it wasn't right and it wasn't fair.
No, it wasn't. It was some bullshit. It was like legit some bullshit. Like, and you know, if I had to sue your ass, you know, I had to sue your ass. Like, fuck it. It is what it is.
Why would you do that? Just because, again, just to be totally 100, because we're talking about the Salt and Pepper and Spinderella. Yeah, she was not the original DJ, but she was the DJ. Let's just do that. She
wasn't even the original Spinderella.
Yeah,
yeah, that was somebody. I mean, that, you know, that was another person, but you know, she is the Spinderella.
She is the Spinderella.
Yeah.
This is the person that you listen to. This is the one that became iconic.
Yeah.
You can talk that shit all you want, and everybody can go through their arguments, but she is the one that everybody looks at as Spin the fucking Rella.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so she should be acknowledged for that.
Right. 100%.
Now y'all can talk about everybody else, but please make sure that she gets her just due.
Yeah.
Because
right.
She deserves her just due. To keep it quite 100, she's good at what she does. Harvey can create songs. This bitch knew how to scratch like the best of them, and she created the melody.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it what it is.
Yeah.
Now you know how to get in there. Give y'all the reason why y'all still tour.
Right. 100%. Now, fun fact: the iconic jackets that they wore in the Push It video, Play from Kid and Play designed them. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Wow. And I do believe, now that makes sense, because they did have Kid and Play had similar fucking jackets.
Yep.
It was just different colors.
Yep. 100%. So, yeah, and then Outkast got inducted. Outkast is iconic.
I mean,
There's not too many things that you can say about the greatness that is Andre and Big Boy. Like,
yeah.
they're amazing. They're great. Um, yeah, they had a great. They all had great speeches. So but yeah. So shout out to the inductees. You know, can't wait to see who else they choose. But now that I know that it's not a committee, it's the public that picks, I definitely will be voting from here on out. So
So
yeah.
I'm totally with you with that, and not to cut you off or try to like not move on to another topic, but I will say this moving forward, it does need to be something that we all are people that really, because I can't say all of us, but people that really pay attention to music. We really do have to pay attention to the voting when it comes to that, because if we do, that's the reason why we don't have to wait 75 years for a person to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Even saying that, let's saying this. Outkast getting inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is one of the most dopest things you are ever going to see in life, and you probably won't see anything ever created or anything ever that is most iconic than that. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Again, argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. These people, as Outkast, created this, even though the South had a sound. These two individuals created a lane as far as South music that nobody can recreate to this day.
Agreed.
And you have to love why they're there.
Yeah.
Because not only were they two intricate pieces to lock in with each other, they were two different pieces. They gave you two different aspects of music.
Yeah.
And they were able to align that with each other. That is something that probably it will never be created in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But I've actually got to see it in my lifetime.
Right.
There are two different people, two different facets of individuals, and they were able to make iconic music that blended both of them together. Right? Big Boy is the Atlanta nigga, or excuse me, Big Boy is the Augusta nigga. Andre 3 is the Atlanta nigga. And they was able to build that together to make iconic Outkast music. And you can't do nothing but just love that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Society Breakdown says 4 dope ass albums with very few skips. Yeah, agreed. Like you can't.
It was no skips for me, bro.
No skips. No, I would have to agree with Society Breakdown. Very few skips.
And so the only reason why I say it was no skip is for me, I grew up in a culture where I wanted to be a rapper, so I was just engulfed in what they were doing. So yeah. I keep telling people, Big Boy had a with Big Boy's album and Andre 3000's album, when they did that double album, I listened to more Big Boy than I did Andre 3000.
I did too. It really annoys me, which I don't want to get on this soapbox because we need to move on, but it really annoys me when it comes to Outkast that everybody wants to put this big ass spotlight on Andre 3000, and I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. I'm saying that Big Boy deserves it as well. And I feel like it's a big ass disrespect. But that's what happens in groups, unfortunately. Like when you see Wu-Tang, Method Man had the spotlight.
Yep.
Until ODB died. When
Yep.
ODB died, then it's Method Man and ODB. And then when people start realizing that RZA is the architect, then they started low key, might I add, but nonetheless, they started putting spotlights on him. But it's like all of them are dope.
And then with Ghostface and Ghostface came out with
right.
his
Ghostface.
not even go. Excuse me, I'll take that a lot back. It wasn't even him. It was Raekwon with Cuban Links.
Yeah and no. Yeah, no, because I'm looking at it like commercial success. So I would say that Ghostface had a bigger commercial success than Raekwon.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Yeah.
I will give you that because Ghostface had one of the most phenomenal singles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they was playing this shit on TV every day, all day.
Yeah, like that was one of the best singles you ever gonna hear in life.
Mm-hmm. And it was more than one single that they played at Ghostface every day, all day. So
it was one.
Yeah.
It was one of the, but that one stayed in commercial play.
Yeah.
That was mad crazy because that shit was all trauma.
Yeah, the All That I Got Is You song was stayed in heavy rotation, and that Tony the Tiger, that song stayed in heavy rotation too. Both of those were very heavy rotation in on MTV. So yeah,
I will say this because you was traveling, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to that song, but the city wasn't.
But our city is more West Coast influence.
It's West Coast, yep.
Yeah. So
like I'm not gonna look at the black sheep when it came to that shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at the town and gauge what they're listening to as far as East Coast, because we don't, as a whole, we don't fuck with the East Coast like that. At least we didn't. It's probably different now.
Back then, I was about to say, when we was growing up, like, nah. It was twos and fews of us that was really like, nah, this is
right. Like we fuck with Jay-Z, we fuck with Bad Boy, we fuck with Nas, and a handful of us fuck with Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? But then it wasn't even like a lot of people that fuck with Bad Boy like that, because I can count so many people that have told me they didn't fuck with Biggie, and the best Biggie song was Notorious Thugs, and that was because of Bone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, because I've been fucking with Biggie since Ready to Die. You know what I'm saying? So, but I lived in a bubble when it came to music. So when I talk to other people about music and y'all telling me y'all ain't fucking with what I'm listening to, I'm like, huh?
Yeah. And like, again, we grew up in the city where they used to call us Baby Cali. And I was like, shit, like I was really fucking with East Coast music heavy back then.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I was even, just to put y'all in perspective, I was showing niggas, and so niggas didn't understand what I was saying because they thought I was lying, but now they understand now. I was listening to Exhibit and Razcast, and I was telling them these niggas are from the West Coast with East Coast beats, and they was like, nah, fuck nah, and I was like, no, they're from the West Coast.
Yeah, like. It's wild because like you're absolutely correct. They're so West Coast, but when you listen to Exhibit back when he was with the Alcoholics, like that Make Room song that they kept playing on Rap City sounds so East Coast, but no, you know what I'm saying? Like the Alcoholics was West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And then when Exhibit came out on his own with What You See Is What You Get, that sounded heavy. That was heavy on the East Coast. But it was a West Coast record. You know what I'm saying? So, but anywho, Society Breakdown says, think of their album cover that people are still paying homage to this day. Whose album cover are we talking about?
I was about to say, which album cover?
Yeah. And then he also says, the Wu's first single was called Method Man, right? METHOD, man. METHOD, man.
Man.
Hey, you, get off my cell. Like, Yeah, but you know, we kind of sit on the island with that one. But anyway,
Yeah, we can go into that. We're not gonna go into that because I can go to. I'm a Wu-Tang fan. Like shit, Lindsay will tell you. Like I've said this in plenty of podcasts. I am a complete Wu-Tang fan. I had Wu wear. I was really rocking the shit out of. I really fuck with Wu-Tang when niggas in the city didn't fuck with this shit at all.
Yeah. Let's see. Society Breakdown says the Far Side is a group that had one dope album, Soul of Mischiefs 2. Dale the Funky
Homo sapien. Listen,
Dale the Funky Homo sapien. Okay,
that right there is iconic.
Yeah.
That right there alone, like if we're gonna talk about one hit wonders that deserve to be there, no. The Far Side, even though the album was dope to me, like that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame alone because that should be studied because that is a side because we're talking about West Coast niggas, East Coast niggas that had different beats. That's a side that people don't even know that was so iconic. These individuals figured out how to do something so dope that in that time transcended from where they was from what that song was. Because everybody in the United States understood 93 Till.
Yeah.
Like everybody in the world knew what 93 Till meant.
Yeah. So to answer the question when he said that think of their album cover that people are still paying homage to this day, he was referencing Outkast. Which album cover are you referencing though? Because
they have, every last one of those albums was iconic.
Yeah, they've had some dope albums. Speaking of Outkast and their artwork, if you can remember, if you can't, you have to Google it because I can't show it. But the actual CD for 18 Aliens, that picture I have tattooed on me. So, yeah.
That's dope though. That's
yeah.
Really
so
dope.
Do you know what picture I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you. Which is so funny because, me being a Midwest nigga, I didn't even get that they were trying to rep Atlanta.
I didn't get it either.
I didn't even get that they were repping Atlanta with putting in capital letters AT.
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell that was, but I didn't care because all I wanted to do was play Me and You, Your Mama and Your Cousin, riding down the strip on road. Coming up like that's all I cared about.
Like it took me a long time. It took me to being a grown man, real life, to realizing that in that album cover that AT was Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like aliens, Atlanta, and they were really saying that they were different. And I really do respect. Because this is the thing that a lot of people don't even think about. For Andre 3000 to go up at an award show, say the South got something to say, and say that with no remorse when we're going through the East Coast, West Coast beef, it took me now to realize how fucking dope that was. Like, I don't give a fuck about what niggas going through. Nigga, the South got something to say, nigga.
So, what you're referencing is the 1995 Source Awards. And that's just so iconic the award show as a whole is so iconic and such a monumental staple in hip hop history that it's hard to explain what it actually means, because like you just had to live it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was a huge deal. That it's kind of like the Crips and the Bloods being in one room funking, and then you got the people that are thugs as fuck, but they're not affiliated with neither one of them in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, because not only did you have the East Coast, not only did you have the West Coast, but you had these huge record labels that represented both sides. You had Bad Boy, you had Death Row, and they were in the middle of a funk at that point. They were getting on the mic talking Cash Money at that point. People don't realize that that was a big deal, how big of a deal it was. And then on top of that, the show must go on. We have these other huge acts, because like people don't realize Bone did like a medley of their songs there. Like they were, excuse me, they were a featured act that performed, and people don't realize that occurred, you know. And then you, with all this beefing and stuff, you know, and with Snoop grabbing the mic talking about the East Coast ain't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and they telling them no. And he was like, well, let it be known then. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was really about to bang in that motherfucker. And Outkast got up there and accepted an award. And Andre was like, the South got something to say. And people didn't really, you know, fuck with the South like that. They looked at them as country bumpkins in the middle of a fight.
And he stood on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the best analogy I can come up with is Crips and Bloods in a room about to bang, and then you have people in the middle that are thugs, and they're not affiliated with neither one of them.
Nah, so I'll beat the fuck out of every last one of you.
Right?
Like not, and not saying it like one. Being in that, this is my trauma coming out. Being in that scenario of no, I got to pick a side at this point. But once I'm done picking this side, I don't fuck with you either.
Yeah.
Like you started this problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to be affiliated with you either.
Right. Right.
Society Breakdown says the one with Dre's hand out, and Big Boy standing on the side. That's Idlewild.
No, that's Stankonia.
Oh, that's Stankonia. Okay.
Yeah. Stank Love. And you know what? Society Breakdown is right. That is a very, as simple as it is, it's very iconic, because they're standing in front of a flag, American flag, and that has been reproduced and redone a lot on
Oh, I'm sorry, because I'm picturing, because I really thought it was just that one hand being on how he put the hand out, and then Andre was playing the piano.
No, what you're talking about is Idlewild, but no, thank you.
So like, okay. Now I'm looking at what you saying. It's like, okay. Yeah. Like you said, that has been sampled 1,000 times.
Yeah. So Society Breakdown says, I've seen it. Freedoms with Natural characters, Pokemon, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Hand Tigger. Also on the Boondocks. You know, and like when people, you know, do t-shirts and stuff, it's either Stankonia or 18 Aliens that they put on the t-shirt. So yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. That has been reproduced a lot of times.
Yeah, so. It's something that
it's kind of like Bruce Springsteen with "Born in the USA" album cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's iconic, but you know, Says Boondocks characters in South Park. I didn't know South Park did it, but yeah.
And
Yeah.
South Park definitely did it. And so that's the thing. It's like, I guess that's where I was looking at, like, when you get into that category, you got to understand that, like, these guys are creating, or even their image is creating what people think should be reproduced. And so that right there tells you how iconic Outkast is.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
100%.
because like it's not just the music. Like, y'all can talk about how Andre 3000 had this album that sold more than Big Boys. This was a double album. So if this album sells 4 million copies, or 5 million, or 10 million, or 20 million, or whatever, they were sharing this shit with each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you were listening to more. It was the fact that you had to pick up both of them. And
right. And then this is the thing, because like you said earlier, listen to Big Boys more than you listen to Andre 3000. I listened to, when I bought that album, I listened to Big Boy's album first more. And then Andre's had to grow on me. But I ended up listening to that one a lot as well. But like when I first bought it, because like when I used to buy CDs or whatever, it was like a whole ritual, which there's a method to my madness. I'm not going to go down that road. But one of the things was that I had to listen to the album completely through. No skipping or anything like that. Like no 30 seconds and I don't like it.
Me and you on the same page. Me and you on the same page. That's what I got to do too.
So I had to listen to the whole double album first. And then once I got done with listening to both albums, what I went back to first was Speakerbox. What I was playing continually was Speakerbox at first. Then I was like, okay, I did like The Love Below. Let me go back and re-listen. And then I started picking up more songs off of The Love Below to listen to. But yeah, off the rip, it was Speakerbox.
So I will give you this. And I said this in the podcast before, but I'll say it again so y'all would totally understand. Big Boy reminds me so much of my cousin. All I did listen to was Speakerbox. For a long time. When I got that album, when that album came out, all I did listen to was Speakerbox. I didn't even open up Love Below. My cousin, who I always said, shout out to Weedy, because I'll say his name out loud. Weedy was like, you need to listen to that. That's more you. And I was like, nah, I'm this shit hard. Why? You know, nigga, I'm a kid, so I'm like, yeah, this shit hard. Why? He said, nah, you probably need to listen to that. Not saying that I'm a soft nigga, but this was more of, I'm more expressional than Weedy is. And Weedy realized I'm more emotionally expressive than he is. And so he was like, nah, you need to listen to the Andre 3000 album. He was like, fuck that picture shit. Because he was like, man, fuck that boo-boo shit. He didn't say picture. He was like, fuck that boo-boo shit. Nah, you probably need to listen to that part. He was like, man, because that album's dope to me. Because I always think about you. And that changed the demographic. I was like, oh, shit. I started listening to that. Again, I still was listening to the Speakerbox because Andre 3000 is dope. But if you don't think Big Boy is dope, you out of your rabbit ass mind.
Yeah.
So I was listening to the Speakerbox and then listening to the Love Below, and I slowly understood what my cousin was saying. My cousin was literally saying, like, no, being your authentic self, because you're listening to that because you think I look like Big Boy. You remind me of Andre 3000. listen to Andre 3000. You can still listen to Big Boy, but still find you.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those things that it's like a how can I word this right? It's one of those things where people that really give a fuck about you really be like, nah, stop being a character. Being your truly authentic self. And so again, Speaker Box is phenomenal. I'm gonna stand on that, and I'm talking about like Frank Lucas. I mark that. Like,
Yeah.
that's the label. That's what we're gonna do. But I will say, when my cousin did that, and I really got to listen to The Love Below, The Love Below was me. It was because I'm more emotional than most people in my family are.
Yeah. So it was more relatable to you. Now, quick answer, and we're gonna move on. Quick. What's your favorite Outkast song?
My favorite Outkast song of all time is Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Okay. Mine is Screw It on a Barbie.
Oh, that is a phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because we can go into it.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on because I'm like, oh, I can go into so many.
We can go. Yeah, we can go that rabbit hole.
Outkast is a phenomenal group.
Yes.
and they deserve to be in our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Again, because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like I said in the beginning, has no category. It is all about making beautiful music.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, we want to give an update. So, update on the BriNay and Akira lawsuit. They did close out the lawsuit and went to the jury. The jury found BriNay liable, and she is ordered to pay, I believe, $1.7 million.
God damn.
Yeah. So
my God, let's get a lawyer.
So she had a lawyer. She had 2 lawyers. They dropped her. So yeah, both of them, Luke and Dookie, they dropped her.
Wow.
But Society Breakdown, going back to Outkast, we're not gonna discuss it. Says Aquemini. That's another 45-minute discussion. Like, we need to dedicate a whole podcast episode to the greatness of Outkast. However, we are moving the entire fucking
because I'm telling you, it'll take 3 hours for me to walk down Outkast with y'all.
Yeah. So yeah. BriNay.
At least 3 hours. It'll be a little bit more, but I was a rabid ass fan.
Yeah. So BriNay and Akira. Yeah, she owes $1.7 million for taking that lady husband. And I hope that dick is worth $1.7 million, because me personally, I am not paying no bitch $1.7 million for me to take that man. I don't give a damn how good the dick is. Like,
is he worth it?
That's what I don't know. I've never met the man, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think a man on this earth has $1.7 million worth of dick. But
Bezos has $1 billion worth of dick.
The dick, I think, is more with Jeff Bezos than just dick. Like, I would think that Jeff Bezos probably doesn't I mean, I don't know. Shit. I don't know nobody that's been in the same room with the man. So
I'm just saying,
I don't know what kind of good or bad or in between dick he got. I really don't care. But yeah, I'm not paying 1.7 pesos, let alone 1.7 US dollars, 1.7 million US dollars. Ooh.
Oh, she is. She about to.
She's been ordered to do so. And she said she ain't gonna get it, but there's ways to go about getting your money. So you might as well set up a payment plan or something, bitch. Like, I don't know. But yeah.
1.7 is atrocious.
Yeah. But
You shouldn't have tried to defend yourself off the flip.
it should at least ask for an extension to try to find legal counsel. And then whatever the reason, for why you keep getting fired by your counsel, just stop doing it. Just shut the fuck up, don't say nothing. Like, because I'm sure she was probably being her, and they probably was like, yeah, this is an uphill battle that I'm not gonna win, so why would I tarnish my reputation on this bullshit? Like, I can see that. And or maybe she was just like, there's like, there's no way I can work with her because she's unbearable or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I did not, do a whole lot of research on this case because I don't know these people until I heard about the scandal. Like, I wasn't a fan. I don't follow them. So, because I heard about the scandal a while ago, but yeah. The bitch was ornery as fuck.
Yeah.
And
I didn't hear too much about this bitch. Like, just to be quite fair, I didn't hear too much about it. But when she was like, I don't need no counsel, I knew this bitch is a problem.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you should have tried to negotiate at that point because, like, there's no way that you can win up against a legal mind and you have no legal mind whatsoever. Like, you got up there and sounded a goddamn fool from what I understand. So, yeah. Just like that one man that tried to defend himself, the one that had the dread sticking up.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm not. Yeah. And
so I grew up on the aspect of understanding this.
Mm-hmm.
I have the family that they go through their legal woes and whatever. But I grew up in a family that has this mindset. If you ever want to see a dumb lawyer, watch somebody defend themselves.
Yeah.
I grew up with that mentality.
Yeah. That's
never going to be one of those things where I'm going to just be like, I don't need no counsel. No, right. I need them.
No, absolutely. That's a famous saying. A lawyer that represents himself has a fool for a client.
Exactly.
But hey.
Unless you like autistic and really like focus on these laws, and I hate to say it like that, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Unless you like an autistic individual that this is your main focus is laws, you might got a shot. But if you just one of those niggas that is a CNA and it's like I'm gonna figure it the fuck out by myself, you're gonna lose this case.
Yeah, 100%. Like, no, that's not okay. But hey, that's the update.
$1 million. Oh my
1.7. 1.7.
1.7. Oh my God.
For stealing that lady husband.
Fellas, I want y'all to listen to me right now. Because I want to be totally 100 with you. Imagine you are messing with a chick because you think financially it's securing you. Imagine a woman that you think or the woman that you know that looks better than her gets $1.7 million. Like, really look into that. Like, I'm talking to y'all on a realistic level. Imagine her getting $1.7 million and she telling you Don't call my phone no more.
Yeah, but you know,
That is. This is why, and it's just me. This is why I say the family structure is so important, because once you think just financial gain and going here and here and here, this is why it becomes flawed, because now the woman that you jump ship with is about to lose what you thought was cool to be around.
mm-hmm.
And the woman that you left her for is about to make sure that she's cool with what you were comfortable with being with. Because let's keep it a bean. You was comfortable with being around her at a certain time. In the brokest time ever, you were still comfortable with being around her. And then you jump ship because you thought, again, like I said last week, that's what niggas do. I'm not faulting you for it, but I'm saying, did that outcome be what you thought it was going to be? Because, like, even if she paid, she has enough money to pay it and go through the things that she went through. I don't think people really understand, like, if she's able to pay 1.7 million, then at least she had at least 3 or 4 to play with. But now she don't got 3 or 4 to play with.
Yeah, and that's what some people are saying, that she really don't got it like that financially. Like, she got about like 3 million, 4 million followers across social media, mainly on TikTok, but that doesn't necessarily equate to money.
To the finances.
So yeah. And then especially behind this scandal, people are probably just like hate watching her, which means they ain't sending her no money like that for real. But you set yourself up for it, for a regular, smegular ass man, and then y'all in North Carolina, and North Carolina has this law, and you fucking lost. So yeah, that's on you. Whatever.
And it makes the nigga look stupid.
Yeah, and then like it'd be so crazy if he left her. I would have to.
So they're like, because that's
I'm not
definitely
even
gonna
gonna
happen.
say
Because
what I
this
would have
this
to
has
do.
nothing to do with him. He's gonna jump ship.
Yeah, but just imagine being BriNay, and you get left by your husband that you stole, and you lost a lawsuit over. Like, I'm not even going to speak on what happened. But anyway, we're gonna move on.
You gonna move on. I will say this, and I'll move past it.
Okay.
Just imagine being in this situation. Again, we got to talk about BriNay with her husband. Just imagine if he's on some, oh, all of this shit is fucked up. I don't want to be no part of this, but some of this shit is still in my name. I'm gonna do whatever. Wow. I ain't got no control of that money that has to get dished out. But you gotta pay me severance pay. Like, you gotta pay me for, like,
Not
putting this
severance
shit together. You said what?
I said not severance pay. I
Yeah,
need a
you gotta
severance
pay me for,
package.
like, even doing it. Like, not even if you not gonna pay me. Guess what? That bitch that just got awarded that money. It's got to trickle down. It's got to trickle down.
If I was the ex-husband of BriNay, I would probably be suing as well.
Yeah, it's got to trickle down. If not, I'm gonna just serve her dick and go about my business. Like, I don't think people really understand. Like, I don't know. Again, we'll say this and move on. But I don't really think certain people be thinking about this. But for me, I'm just like, nah, shit. I'm about to go over there and fuck her. I hate to say it like that, but this is the honest to God truth. I'm gonna go over there and fuck her. She won 1.7. You divorced me. I'm about to go over there and play with that 1.7.
Yeah, but
We'll just move on. All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Kids are involved, so we gotta, yeah.
yeah. So last is our
Top 5.
So funny, I got you before you say anything, I'm sorry. I got you on one end and then I have you on the live end, and I always say it's the video ended, but on this side I can see the video, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the video's still going. We're still live.
Yeah, for me it always says the video ended, and then but the I have a video on the side that continues to play, and then the video that I'm viewing different.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on your end.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
Yeah,
it keeps on saying the video ended, and then it jumps back up.
Yeah, that's weird, but no, we're still on. So, top 5. Now, this top 5 is top 5 people I'm not listening to about politics. So we're just gonna run right through these because we've been up here for 2 hours. Yeah. So, my top 5 is number 1, and these are in no particular order, but number 1, Charlemagne the God. Not listening to anything that comes out of his soup coolers. He sounds stupid majority of the time, and he like really wants to be in politics, but he doesn't want to do the work to be in politics. Second, anyone who doesn't vote.
Oh, well, you're definitely not listening to me.
Yeah, see, no, you have to participate if you want your opinion.
Nah, I just want to tell y'all what y'all doing.
Lord. Anyway, 3, anyone who justifies MAGA antics.
Okay.
Like, they sound completely stupid. They contradict themselves left and right. And if you justify what's going on, that's some bullshit. So, 4, anyone who doesn't educate themselves on the issues. Like, if you're just listening to what other people say, if you're just reading highlights, no, like, educate yourself. And 5, Stephen A. Stupid ass Smith. I'm not listening to anything that he wants to spew out of his head about politics. I'm not doing it. So yeah, that's my top 5. What's yours?
All right, let's make this short and sweet. Number 1, first people I'm not listening to in politics is 1, your drunk uncle. Never listen to that nigga at all.
Yeah.
He don't know about shit, and he don't even do things to apply himself to do anything.
Right.
I'm not listening to your drunk uncle about politics. 2, I'm not listening to Republicans. Because Republicans give you a false narrative. So I'm never going to listen to Republicans. I'm not saying Democrats don't do it either, but Republicans have a weird way of making you side with some bullshit. And so, no, I don't listen to Republicans about shit. I would rather listen to a left-winger, liberal, or a Democrat before I listen to a Republican, because Republicans just drink the fucking Kool-Aid. In my opinion. Thirdly, the person that I don't listen to about politics is, I'm contradicting myself, but I'll say this. The nigga who doesn't watch politics. I watch politics, but I don't vote. But the nigga that doesn't watch politics and only goes off of a secondhand acknowledgement is the person that I don't listen to about politics. Because it's weird for you to not want to do the research yourself. Again, all of y'all seen, I went through, I'm going to read the big, beautiful bill. The nigga that's not like that, you don't want to listen to his secondhand fucking acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Because it's a false narrative. He's only listening to the people he likes. Fourthly, the person that I will never listen to politics with is a white woman. And the reason why I say that is because white women only go with how they are comfortable with living. They don't never see the real truth of it all. I won't get to the meat and potatoes of it because we're going to wrap this up. But every last one of y'all know, listening to a white woman in politics, unless she's in politics, she's going to give you a false narrative. You're listening to the lady down the street, she's about to tell you the wrong thing. And the fifth person that I say I will never listen to politics with is my mother. Nobody else, it's my mother. Because my mother says, leave it up to God. Sometimes you have to understand that you can't leave this shit up to God. You gotta, you know how God moves? Everybody says God moves in mysterious ways, but God moves on how the fuck you guys are handling shit. And if you are allowing people to do some bullshit, God is gonna say, you allowed it. Like, you allowed it. So God's not gonna change it if you didn't say this some bullshit. Sorry, was that too much for y'all? My mama can't tell me. My mother went to a time, and I love y'all, so I can tell y'all the knowledge of God truth. My mother had a conversation with me one time where I had to shut her down and I had to tell her not only diplomacy, but how it is to just stand up for something. Because my mother called me one time and she was like, I don't understand the controversy and I can't even go, because she was trying to go to the plaza and she was like, I can't even get there because they're protesting. Wow. All lives matter. And I said, Mama, you out of your rabbit mind. She's like, what do you mean? Because Jehovah says, and I said, Jehovah ain't got shit to do with what's going on in the planet. Ain't got shit to do with what's going on in the planet. This has everything to do with what people are experiencing right now. And people are experiencing things that if you didn't, in Jehovah's name, make a staple of it's wrong, then he can't change it. And she thought about it and she was like, why do you always tell me this? And I was like, because I just want my mama to be aware of certain things. My mom was one of the dopest people ever. Like, and you know that. Yeah, but sometimes my mother she's got caught up in she's so laser focused on what she's doing, she forgets about other people. Like, no, this has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with what is going on right now. And do you think Jehovah believes in what's going on right now? So think about that and then make your assumptions. Do not turn around. And I told her, hand to the Bible on my son. I said, do not ever tell anybody all lives matter.
Please.
It's going to be a problem.
Yes.
It is going to be a legit problem.
Right. Don't say that out of your four walls that you owned.
Yeah. She was like, all lives matter. I said, well, Stop. That's the problem that we're having. That is why the plaza is getting blocked off.
Right.
Because people have said this out loud.
Yeah. So yeah. Those are the people we are not listening to about politics. I'm sure everybody has their own list of what have you. Let us know in the comments what person you would like to add to your list. Person or persons you would like to add to your list. But, I don't have any final thoughts. So I feel like you've had quite a few final thoughts. But what is Jerry's final thought?
I do have several final thoughts. We went through
You
several.
had a show full of final thoughts tonight.
Oh my God, Lord. So I'll just keep it short and sweet. And I'll say this, and I'll piggyback off what I did last week. You got to understand that everybody's opinion is their opinion. You can't force yourself upon anybody. You're gonna agree to disagree, and you're gonna have your banter, and you're gonna have your problems, and people will upset you. But the reason why most people of color are able to be together is because they go through that and they find a common goal. I want everybody to think about this because, and I'm not downplaying anybody else, but I will always highlight people of color. People of color has always managed to find some type of unison because we have found the common goal of we always been oppressed. So we need to set aside our differences and make something happen to help all of us. And when we truly stick to that and not try to be a plant or an infiltrator to only do something to outland or put somebody else in line, this is when we're going to actually see everything that we want to happen for us. So get mad at each other, yell at each other, have those arguments. At the end of the day, agree to disagree and agree that the party that is above us ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
And side with each other, align with each other. Let's do this. I said that earlier in the podcast. We have laws for everybody in the world, but black folks. Let's align everything where it's laws for everybody, including black folks. And then let's start that totem pole where we can rise up and we can actually make something happen for all of us when it comes to people of color. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
All right. Thank you for Jerry's final thought. And this was episode 182 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 183. Bye.
Exactly.